Hi, this is Spencer, your Tampa Bay wallpaper installer, coming to you from sunny Florida, the Tampa Bay area. And here we are on the second video of the Philip Jeffries wall vinyl installation in the remodeled kitchen. I just wanted to give you a quick tip on setting up your job, particularly with clay-based glue. You definitely want to have something on the floor that's disposable on top of whatever you have on the floor, whether it be carpet, even a painted surface in a garage. You want to have construction paper. This is resin paper. This is a little more expensive than the brown paper. But what this affords you is a barrier between the paint on the floor and the glue itself, which can really attach itself. And even if it comes up, it's very time consuming to get up. So what I have here are two tables that are set up. And you know these are the tables that you get at your local conglomerate store like a Walmart or a Costco or Sam's, whatever is in your region of the country or world for that matter. These are the tables, and then this is where I'm going to operate the glue. And I know I'm going to get drip marks on the floor that I want my paper to catch. But also, this is where the paper will hang over. Now, we're only dealing with 8-foot ceilings. Actually, it's a little less with the raised tile floor. But I'm going to have very high-end wallpaper hitting the floor, possibly. And I don't want anything on the floor contaminating my wallpaper. And so I put a very clean layer of paper, and I don't want anybody walking on it so as to contaminate it. So that's the only thing I want touching my wallpaper. If you do this, your customers will be very happy with you. If you have your own wallpaper business, or if you're a homeowner and you want to do a really good job yourself, take the time, half an hour, to set up your job properly. What you want to have is a bunch of clean white cloths. Nice fresh cloths, terry cloths. These are the things that clean the surface the best. Nice and clean, fresh. And then if you have some used ones, you'll leave them on the table so that you can clean up the floor or whatever. Obviously, you wouldn't mix them using them with what you're going to clean the wallpaper down with. But you need a bucket of cold water, too, on the side to be constantly rinsing out, diluting the glue that's on your rag so that at least when you go to dip it in and take it back out, you don't have a strong residue of glue on the rag. And then after the whole job is done, what I do is I take one of those mops that you squeegee, you pull the thing out, and then it wrings out the sponge. I use a sponge mop on the wall to just go up and down just to get any remaining residue of glue that may be on the paper that you can only see at different times of the day or night unless you're using a light on it at different angles. Anyway, this is my setup, and I wanted to share it with you so that you can have an idea of what you should do if you're doing your setup for your wallpaper, either at home or for your little business that you might have as a wallpaper hanger. Okay. And by the way, the last thing I want to tell you is make sure you tape this paper down. First of all, this paper would roll up on you if you didn't tape it down. But also, you have a liability in that it becomes a trip hazard if it's not taped down. So you want to use a good tape, and I use the blue tape for this. This tape is supposed to be for painted surfaces, but I tell you what, unless it's on a floor, I wouldn't use that tape on any painted surface because it's too tacky. And you will get a residue of that blue tape on your painted surface, whether it's on for a half an hour or even longer than that. There's actually a hang time on this tape, and you have to look at it. It's on the plastic thing that wraps the tape. It might say 5 days, 3 days, or 24 hours. And if the hang time is the amount of time that you can expect the tape to stay on the painted surface before it attaches itself to such an extent where you're pulling off the paint. But I find that it pulls off all of the paint because very few painters go through the process of adhering the primer, especially in corners. And so that blue tape pulls off all the paint almost all of the time. So I wouldn't use it. I use the Sherwin-Williams .95 tape. You see it on this spool of 3M, my 3M hand masker. That's the best tape that I use. Goes on easy, comes off easy. I do not use the Scotch tape, Scotch 3M. I called them up. I said, your tape is garbage. They said, send it back to us. I threw it in the garbage. I don't have the time to be sending you tape. You just give me a credit or something, and I'll go and buy new tape. But unless you're buying their tape in the big sleeves of like 6 or 8, they shrink wrap their tape, and their shrink process heats up the edges of the tape, and you can't get the tape separated. I told them this, they actually improved it. The last time I saw their tape, I called them up and I complained, and they actually did the process differently, I can tell, because it detaches now. But that's the problem I had with them. So I used the Sherwin-Williams. It actually is the Sherwin-Williams brand. They do not pay me to advertise for them. I just want you to use the best product that I've used. And so that's it. This is Spencer, your Tampa Bay wallpaper installer, coming to you from sunny Florida. If you want to reach me for a free quote, you can call me at 813-666-7002, or you can reach me at www.spencercolgan.com. Thank you. See you on the next frame.